Okay, we just learned that Rachel has Steve Buscemi's phone number. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna troll him. We're gonna text him.
We're gonna pretend to be a volunteer fire station. We're gonna get him to come down.
Before he knows it, bam! It's a D&D game.
We do it all
and he's
by
on the stream.
Steve Buscemi, number one D&D. Actually, you know what is just to kill a tiny amount of time for zero reason at all. What's number one celebrity? Number one celebrity you'd want to play D&D with?
Oh, jeez.
Andrew Ovredahl.
If only.
Wait, he's not here.
We couldn't even get him for this tonight.
Andrew Dice Clay.
You can move outside of Andrew's. You know,
Andrew Dice Clay is probably the best Andrew to pick, though.
Just because I know that he loves D&D and he seems like such a really cool and genuine person, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
I would love to play. I would love to sit down and roll some dice with old Lilyhammer. That's what I call him. He hates it.
I have no idea if he plays D&D, but let's play with Jack Black. That sounds fun to me.
Oh my god!
I choose.
Could you imagine?
How you just
I'm changing
play
mine
next to him. Yeah.
Lillard, I'm sorry, you're out.
You're
2
out.
votes for JB.
I want Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, that's there you go.
Rolling 9s and 5s.
Just because I want to hang out with Dolly Parton.
I want that
I
too,
don't know.
man.
Andrew Lloyd Webber is a very funny answer, chat.
That'd be good.
I seem to have rolled another critical.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. This is another episode of Better Than Heroes, episode 15 of Arc 5, in fact. If you are new to our stream, welcome. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 13 Kreen fighter.
I'm Jordan Dull, and I go next because Andrew's not here, and I portray the Moonboy, a level 13 Moonboy.
I, Aaron Urist, and me play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
Do solemnly swear.
I, Harlan Kelly. I DM.
What
Me
fun.
DM, UPC.
DM strong, player weak. No players together strong.
Roll strength. I think this is a roll strength.
No, I'm just trying to talk to the bot.
Roll strength.
Strength.
Oh my god.
I don't like when you guys make fun of
Believe it
me.
or not, today we are going to play some 5E Spelljammer Dungeons and Dragons. Our show is Oft, live soundtracked by the wonderful Jason Wardell. I cannot hear Jason, so I assume Jason is not here today.
Jason's we have an automated Jason tonight. We have a robot.
Oh, we've got a
Jason.
Robo Jason.
Robo Jason on
We
the
do
zeros
have a
and ones.
new Jason emote though.
Yeah, Jason's in chat for Robo Jason.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hit us with
Chat.
those Jason emote. Jason's in
Oh,
chat.
I gotta see him.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Not in
Jason's the best. He live soundtracks this every week, and the show is also brought to you by our patrons and our subscribers. So thank you if you fall into either of those categories. If you subscribe to the channel, if you're a patron on our Patreon, you guys make this show happen. You help us pay Jason. Even Robo Jason gets a cut.
It's true.
You guys make the show possible. Also help us pay our artists, which is they draw maps and characters and
how do the people,
make
Jordan?
the show really come to life. And you help us cover the costs of just making the show better and better each week. So we really appreciate you guys. If you love the show and you want to help support weekly as well, boy, you could become a patron or a subscriber, or just support the show by picking up some merch on our Teespring account.
Yeah.
There's stickers, some that say piss, some that don't.
Something's about piss.
Take your pick, whether you're a piss kid or not.
We have dug such a deep piss hole.
We have pissed our way to the bottom for sure.
You can also
Every
support
time
the show
it starts-
for free by just telling your friends about the show. Not about the piss part. They can learn that.
We'll spring that on them. We'll dump it on them like a bucket of...
The two are inexorable. Does that mean what I think it means?
Yes.
Yeah.
This show is also available as a podcast. You guys are here watching it live. We appreciate it. That's great. But it's also available as a podcast or on our YouTube channel. So check out those two things. Give them a follow. Give them 5 stars. We appreciate all that stuff that supports the show without spending a single doubloon. You guys... I tested positive for COVID on Friday, and boy, my brain still has COVID.
I'm impressed that you're here. Let's go.
We're doing it. We've done all the announcements in roughly the correct order. It is almost time to play some D&D. But first, let's go into last week's recap.
Previously on Better Than Heroes, in the Meridian Tract HQ within the asteroid belt known as the Tears of Saloon, the crew had freed the fiery Fae Oxtrillion from a long imprisonment. Flute pulled his comrades aside and let them know that the Rider had offered to free him from his hellish contract if he brought this newfound firebug to the Hellmouth beneath the Cove of Bones on Garden. Then, without warning, Flute teleported himself and Oxtrillion to the Cove of Bones. Though initially upset with Flute's impulsiveness, the rest of the party reasoned that he was signaling a chance to destroy the Rider. Flute knew that any plan he was aware of, the Rider would know about as well. In sudden need of a quick ride to Garden, the crew rang the Moon Girl. Laloon agreed to help, then immediately bungled her teleport, leaving Klik, K.A.I, and Moonboy to wait for her, hiding from a nearby prowling Nautiloid. Flute and Oxtrillion arrived in the Cove of Bones to find the place buzzing with activity, specifically the activity of acting terrifyingly strange. The denizens of the cove fell upon Flute with the creepy adoration only fans of a local celebrity can generate, but Flute could sense that something else was profoundly wrong with them. The people insisted that he go forthwith to the town's bakery to have a special eclair with an alleged warm and gooey filling. As it turned out, the eclair was filled not with delicious cream, but with a mind flayer larva, and it was overbaked as well. Promising an autograph signing later in the day to cover his escape, Flute gathered Oxtrillion and they fled towards the Hellmouth, now the seeming lesser of two fucked places. So, all the penguins we made friends with have mind flare brains now? I hate it! Will the rest of the crew reach Garden in time to finally free Flute? What does the Rider want with Oxtrillion? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Nice.
Splendid recap. We did forget to mention that Laloon bungled the teleport because she'd been day drinking.
Yeah, we canonically established that. There was a role, but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
what is Laloon's spirit of choice?
I think she's a margarita gal.
Oh.
Yeah, there's definitely like a white wine into margarita path. You know what I mean?
Maybe a margarita
That's awful.
with like a little bottle of Sutter Home white wine in it, like they do with the Coronas sometimes.
I think she's doing something that nobody else knows about.
That's a real
I think she's
nightmare.
I think she's
Sutter
pouring
Home
some
wine
kind
in
of
tequila.
Someone said moonshine. How did we miss that?
That makes sense.
dunked on us.
Enrico.
Incredible.
Duh.
No. Ban them. No one makes a joke better than us.
Moonshine could be something else in this world.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. Idiot.
I don't know. I do love the idea that Liloon's just making moonshine. So.
Yeah, me too. I like the
still.
idea that there's
Got
a
nothing
still
to do with the moon.
that occasionally blows up and she has to heal herself. Nothing. It was nothing. Go back to sleep.
That's why she's so happy to see Elephanticulus, is because he can brew the good shit for her.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we find the crew here on this dock, in and around this elven hideout here, the Meridian Tract hideout, and you all. The goal here is to wait it out a little bit, because you know that Liloon knows where you are, and you know that she just kind of futzed her first teleport here. And she's going to get to you eventually, but right now the goal, at least for you all, is to just hang out, because you know that it would be a risk leaving this dock as well, because there is a nautiloid in and around. So unless anyone has any specific goal, intention, sights to see, you all are just kind of chilling in this moment.
I think Moonboy kind of looks at the others and he's like, after seeing this this nautiloid, he's like, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not. We need to rest. We need to take a long rest, and I can think about my spells, and I can reconfigure some things to make sure that we are safe here.
Have we touched base with the Windrider knockoff?
Breeze Traveler?
Breeze Traveler?
Not yet.
Isn't he? He's here, right? He's in this. That's
He's
like
nearby.
why we came.
We think. Supposedly.
Yeah.
He's in the vicinity.
Yeah, this is a space that you know is very well hidden,
Right.
but you also know that the Breeze Traveler knows where the location of this place is too.
But there is a nautiloid nearby, so if we
yes,
tell him
Perhaps not calling
but if we
people
tell him to
this
come
place.
down here, I mean, they might not
Yes,
see us
but,
because we're all
I mean-
hidden in here.
But who has a bigger grudge to settle with the Illithids than the Breeze Traveler, man? He would come in guns a-blazing.
No,
I
he
mean,
would,
yeah,
for
he
sure,
might get his
but-
little fish brain sucked out, but you know,
I mean,
you
wouldn't it be better-
gotta break some eggs, as they say.
But wouldn't it be better to just avoid
Yes.
them?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just,
Okay, then.
we came all this way. It feels.
Plan
No,
A.
I'm not saying we shouldn't call him. Maybe we shouldn't tell him to come here, because then we would probably have to fight that nautiloid.
Yeah, let's
Right.
not do that if we can avoid it. I mean, is there any
We could
way to
call him
take
up.
it down without fighting it?
See-
that would be ideal.
What if we could just take them all out at once, you know?
We could take some levels in hacking and really just
I've got some
min-max
levels
this
in
shit.
hacking.
So we know roughly how nautiloids like pilot
true, you do.
and stuff. We know
connected
how
to the-
that they're all connected by some sort of
The
web.
hive mind.
And we have connected with it specifically.
Yeah.
It sure would be convenient if we could mess up that hive mind somehow.
Boy, oh boy, wouldn't it be good? I mean, they are able to, go around taking people's brains.
Yeah.
And they make a good job of it, having to do one at a time. But really, we would just, if we could get like one of them and make their brain real sick and have it spread to all of the rest of them.
Right.
You know what I
yes,
mean?
like Independence Day.
Like a
here's
virus.
what we do. We get a big pile of brains, and we put like a cage hanging over it, and then when they come for the brains, we just drop it right down, the old honey pot.
See, I know, right. We do
Now, where
exactly
do we get
that.
a pile
Not-
of brains?
Well, we don't do it literally, but that's what we need to do.
Oh, maybe an illusion.
we need to,
Flute,
like-
could you make a pot? That's right.
So we need
can't even get
to
a hold
like
of him.
poison a mind flayer pilot,
I have no
How do
idea
you-
how we would do any
like
of that.
Spelljammer.
That would
How
take
do
some
you
doing. Probably.
Poison someone's mind. We could make him listen to Jordan Peterson. Sorry.
We could put a mind flayer in the mind flayer.
Who mind flays the mind flayer?
Double it. And give it to the next person.
Okay, but seriously, do you guys think you could watch me for 6 to 8 hours whilst I slumber?
I mean, I do it almost every other night.
Frightening.
Yeah, we'll try not to stare.
Okay, let's see if we can find a barrel around here.
Don't compromise our hiding spot in an attempt to find a barrel, please.
What am I supposed to sleep on a flat surface like an animal?
I don't
like trash? Did you find one, Kai?
Yes. Got one right here.
Did he?
I keep this. Yeah, no, I keep this one on me. It's in the bag of holding.
You've got like a pop-up barrel.
I have one for you. It's in case you need nappy.
It's like one of those frisbees that you can squeeze flat into a disc.
Mm-hmm. That is exactly what I was thinking of.
It's exactly what it is. It's a collapsible barrel. D&D's best magic item.
Like those weird stacking cups that they flip open.
Yeah.
No,
okay,
it's not like that. It's much better.
It has a racing stripe.
It is entirely... yeah, exactly.
And dials. Okay, I am going to crawl into the barrel and try to take a long rest and try to shuffle my spells around.
Yeah, I mean, until Laloon gets here, if she wakes us up, if she gets here and interrupts us, then great.
Wake me up. If she gets here, wake me up.
Wonderful.
Inside. What if you can't wake up?
Where are you all kind of like posting up here? Are you are you on the bridge, or are you on? Are you on these docks? Or are you like right inside this like grassy area? Or are you deeper in?
I would love
We've gone
it if
outside
I could.
of the gate so that Laloon could find us.
Yeah, she could scry on you. Yeah.
But
Can
Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say, can I attempt a survival check to find the best place?
Sure.
We know that this place is like under illusory protection.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it has some sort of ability to for you all to not be scryed upon, but you know the docks are somehow the docks are covered in an illusion, but are not covered in the the magical detection.
Anti-scrying.
Yep.
We want.
What is this
Laloon
little
to be able
house
to scry on us.
Is that like a dock house?
Yeah, it's like a little dock house. You all haven't really investigated it, but you absolutely can.
That's nice. Let's go over there.
Yeah, okay, I'm into that. We could go investigate the dock house.
Cool. Let's have Moonboy. Let's have you roll a survival check. Klik. Let's have you roll investigation, and then K.A.I. Let's have you roll perception.
Okay, give me just a second. I want to get out.
Could me and
my
Klik
physical
switch those?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm a better investigator.
Rolling percept.
I want to roll physical dice tonight, just because I've been rolling these digi dice.
Back, baby. Big 10.
A big 10. Welcome back, Rachel.
Thank you.
24 investigation.
Cool. There it is. Rachel, I know you weren't at the live show with us, but Aaron rolled so many ones.
So bad.
So many ones, Rachel. So many ones.
But then a couple of important 20s.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I swear to God, you ask Aaron to roll d20s and he flips coins with a 1 on one side and a 20 on the
His
uh,
other.
dice have 2 numbers on them.
It's all 1s and 20s.
Incredible.
Guys, I made the right choice with my physical die. I have rolled a natural 20, which is a survival check of 25.
Incredible. So with 2 of those rolls over 20, you all open up this like dock house here, and you realize what it is this is a lot of materials to repair some of the Mothwing ships that are here. But there's also a lot of food storages in here. A lot of crates of like well preserved fruits. and plants, as well as like these. It's a fully stocked herb drawer as well. This seems like a snack pantry as well as a boat repair area. So you all can do whatever you want with that, but I would say it's nothing crazy here, but it is a very comfy. This is absolutely like a VIP lounge of sorts in the airport, kind of like this like rest area, a high-end rest area for folks coming through who don't enter the vault itself, but who stop and kind of like bunk up.
Guys, get in here. They've got herb.
Marjoram.
Klik stuffs her pockets with fruit leathers and whatever sort of chewy preserved fruits. Like kind of the grosser stuff, but it's well preserved.
I feel like we've referenced this before on this stream, but you know that scene in Lion King when they turn over the tree trunk and there's all those bugs that you want to eat as a kid.
They look delicious.
There's that with fruit here.
Yeah.
Grub jerky.
Oh boy, and then he squeezes one and I love the little cream filled ones.
Oh yeah.
I will say, since you have just some downtime here, kind of like sitting safely in this room after you have conquered this legendary elven base, K.A.I, are you doing any cooking? Or are you just snacking?
I don't think I'm going to make a fire or anything. I guess I don't really need to do that.
Cool.
I'm kind of a gas stove. No, I'm not cooking.
Cool. Then Moonboy, can you roll a D100, please?
Yes. But you'll have to give me a second. I gotta get my D100 out. What if I just picked up the biggest dice you've ever seen?
I feel like I just didn't. I feel like I just walked past an important door in the dungeon, you know.
By not cooking?
By not cooking, but
you could do a little searching.
I have a D30 that I want to.
I'll make
what?
I'll make Moonboy
Let
some
me see
some
this.
eggs.
Hang on.
Make Moonboy eggs just the way he likes them.
Is it? It is. Yeah, it's a spin down for magic, but it's
a 30.
Whoa.
it's a D30.
Very cool.
Yeah.
94.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh,
That's
shit.
either very good or very
Is that
bad.
good or bad? I don't know.
All right.
Wowee.
As you all are handing snacks back and forth to each other, and kind of raiding this the elven Doritos pile here, as you're just like pulling out all of these flavors of.
Wait, they have elven Doritos here? That's my favorite flavor.
A very specific Kreen treat.
Flamin' hot elf flesh.
They never have flamin' hot.
Elf.
It's like a weird thing that only Kreen know, is that like a snack that elves enjoy is like elven Doritos, but a thing that Kreen know is that elves enjoy it, but it tastes like elf flesh too.
It tastes a little like elves.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
There's a picture of an elf on fire on the bag, but he's like stoked about it.
I do love the long pig Doritos. Those are my favorite.
God.
Can't get them in America.
As you all are,
Yeah, you can. Hit me up after this.
as you all are handing these snacks around to each other, you all, you just like hand a snack to K.A.I, you hand a snack to Klik, and then you hand a snack to the Moon Girl, and you realize, the Moon Girl is here with you all now. She has teleported here into this room with you, this small like hut. And
Elf Dorito?
please, she says, do you know? Oh, never mind, she says. But she looks at you, sorry about the misfire there. My bad on that.
It's all right. What happened?
I was, let me tell you, have you ever had a Moonhito? Because they go down smooth.
Where did you end up?
She says, I was a little bit off the the Moonshay Isles. I kind of like went. I went moon. I was thinking moon and went there, but got a bit terrestrialized, you might say.
Right. Well, the fact that you can tell us that it was because you were a little tipsy means that you don't have a problem yet.
Oh no,
you're not hiding it.
I mean, I have lots of problems, and drinking is maybe one of them, but it's pretty low on the list.
If anything, you have a solution.
My dude.
She says, I'll take it because I consider to gender neutral, but not everyone does, so be sure and ask, she says, looking at you sternly. And so she kind of like, she's like, well, but the bad news is that I can't get us back. Yet. I could
Oh. Fuck you.
Oh, I see.
So you're just here then?
Yes, I have 2 teleports before my
I definitely
energy is
didn't
zapped.
say that. I would never say that to the moon girl.
She says,
You
I
need
can
a nap or something?
Yes, I would love a nap. I mean, I can't go to sleep yet because I just woke up recently, but
Well, Kai's got a barrel, and look, we can dump out this barrel of, what are these, ears? Oh,
Eels.
apricots. Oh, eelpricots.
They can be apricots. I just guessed. I haven't actually looked in the barrel. Never mind.
she looks
Moon
at
girl,
you.
we're doing a bit. It's fine.
I understand. I'm not a funny one. She said, as you see her hand, one of her severed hand is like rotating her head along with the moon as well.
Right.
And
You know, I
She's
could regrow that hand for you.
I would be surprised. Don't waste your spell slots on it. I've tried.
Oh. Weird.
What happened to it?
The Undying Queen.
Can you...
Your hand?
You fought her?
Yes.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Could you
When?
just, spill some beans on the Undying Queen? Because we know next to nothing about
I don't know a lot.
her.
She says, sure, I'm glad we have this time together. She says, sitting down and munching on some elf Doritos.
Who and what is she?
She is a queen who will never die.
Swear to God. I swear
My
to God.
God, Laloon. Get off your phone, Laloon.
Yes,
fine.
but what does she look like? What are her stats? What's the back of the baseball
she's-
card? What's her RBI?
She's Githyanki, right? And isn't she a lich? Or something?
Yes. I mean, that's a lich is a broad term, but yes, she is.
Right. What's with all these
Yankee.
It's odd. I mean, it's odd when you are a creature whose whole culture lives outside of time, and then even often humans are corrupted by the powers of someone like a lich or an undead because they are trying to shirk the role of nature that is being asked of them to die in the lifespan that they have. But Githyanki are a bit different because they live in the astral plane, so they are, their connection to the undead is much different because it's, they do not need this, they don't have the fear that is in the hearts of humans often.
So she's double undying.
Yes, I mean,
Wow.
she is without death, that is correct.
And she wants to, eat the spark of this universe or whatever.
She looks at you and she goes, my question to you, before we get back into hubbub of this, I waited for a long time to be around the Moonboy again.
Hello.
I gave up a lot to make sure I met up with you again.
Oh.
And my question to you is, do you all want to save this world? Or...
Well,
I mean,
Why would we be doing any of this if we didn't?
yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of things you can do besides save this world. I will say that I know that the Undying Queen has her sights set on, between talking to Aldous and, communing a bit on Jadorian, I know for sure that the Undying Queen has her sights set on this world. But,
Now, when you say this world, do you mean all of the planets that we've visited in the system? This place, this crystal sphere?
Right.
From the sun to Hakatha, yes.
There are people here worth saving.
Yeah, like
Klik's home is here.
everybody we know.
Sure, she says, but there are lots of...
me.
Those are different things, she says. Saving the people of this world and saving this world are two different things.
How would we... Is there a way to save the people of this universe without saving the actual universe?
Absolutely. Just look at Moonboy's hat.
What about my hat? I don't have it with me.
I know. There are creatures bursting out of that are being saved by being brought into this world that still exists. They're clearly being brought from worlds that didn't exist, or at least don't anymore. And she says, but, so there is definitely... You all could save this world by saving the people of it, by taking the world and taking it somewhere else.
I think...
My people rely very much on the land that they have settled. That's how we connect to our ancestors, our history, our future.
Right.
That's how everything about how we live and survive is based on our own environment. We can't remove the people from the environment, and you've taken everything from them.
But you were removed from the environment, and look at you now.
Are you just...
Yeah.
That's not the same.
I think...
Are you just drunk and playing devil's advocate, or are you actually suggesting that we let her win?
Look, I am drunk, she says.
No, I said just drunk and playing devil's advocate. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, but I am an advocate for no devil.
I think, given our druthers, we would want to save both the people and this place. But a person can exist far from home. You take home with you wherever you go. And I think if we had to choose one, we save the people. At least that's what I would do.
Certainly.
Well, if you had to choose one, but like...
But then what? Then the Undying Queen, she wins here, and then... And then...
Sorry.
Hey, sweetheart. The Undying Queen wins here, and then what? She comes... Do we fight her the next time she shows up to the next crystal sphere? Do we fight her there, or do we run again?
I think that... From what I can tell, this is the Undying Queen's final destination with the destruction she wishes to cause. She believes that this is the root, and she wishes to decay that root.
Well, that sounds bad.
I mean, let me say it this way, she says, as she starts crunching up some of the elf Doritos and puts it in like a small metal, have you seen those like metal tea bags basically that are like, for
making elf Dorito tea?
She's making elf Dorito tea, absolutely.
Hell yeah. She fucking parties.
And
if somebody put crushed up Doritos into hot water, I would vomit on
They would be president. Yes, I agree.
And she looks at you and she says, if you wish to preserve this world, because save is a complicated word in my book. If you wish to preserve this world the way it is, the physical places that are here, and keep the ball rolling, the world spinning, the planets orbiting this sun, then you do need to know about the Undying Queen, because she is sending the Dark Star here, and if you want to stop the Dark Star, I mean...
Do we know about the Dark Star? That sounds new.
What's that?
What's that?
That's a new thing. Maybe we've heard it mentioned.
I don't know, she says. It is something we have always heard whispers of, but never known. Ollie and I did some research on it back in the day, but it was just never a pressing matter, and it seemed a dormant balance.
Dungeon Master, have I ever heard of this?
You can roll a history check. It has been mentioned in the campaign, for sure.
History. Rolling.
It is very difficult.
Then I probably didn't do it. Dirty 20.
The Dirty 20, you have just heard it being mentioned as a destructive force in the world. Like you have heard in-game characters mention it as just like something to be afraid of, but you're not really sure what it is. And she looks at you and she says, "You all know of the colony, yes, the mind flayers in and around, right?"
Yes.
Yes. And there's a lot of talk of their otherworldliness, their ability to both understand chaos and also, for it to reap the benefits of chaos and also to hide amongst it. And she says, "From what I know, the Undying Queen wishes to stop the Mind Flayers. To stop them in all elements of themselves, in all connections between the interwoven elements of their connections. She wishes to put an end to them forever. And as when I imagine living outside of time is very complicated, I try to avoid it because you lose everything you love very quickly. And I've done it for a while. It was terrible. But I know that she is bringing the Dark Star here. She has called the Dark Star here, and it is heading this way. I think that the creatures coming through your hat, Moonboy, and I think the creatures that you have seen before, that you have mentioned, the Dream Eaters, are connected to it as well. As chaos starts to seep into a world that the Dark Star is headed for. She says, but this is all legend. This is all lore that I'm only guessing at. It is outside of my expertise.
We have seen legend and lore come to life before.
You have. Look at me.
We met an astral dreadnought that was on the run from the Undying Queen.
What? That's very cool. Those are very scary. What did you do?
It was fun.
What if there was another way to stop the colony?
I mean, that's a complicated question.
Surely,
I think if any of us knew how to stop the colony, then that would be quite the bargaining chip. That's why Ventress was so powerful. Is he one of the many reasons is he could keep them at bay, keep them subdued, keep them docile.
How did he do that?
Negotiation.
Politics.
Well, that's out.
I think it is. But what if we could...
I mean, you are missing your
charisma
bard.
Score of -3.
It's true. What if there was
Klik,
a way
you
to...
go talk to him.
I don't know. What if there was a way to get into their hive mind and...
Put in a virus.
Yes, something. Upset the works. Stop them from... I mean, surely if they can... If their hive mind can communicate among all the illithids across all these worlds, there must be a way
We've been
to use that against them.
We've been casually discussing an Independence Daying.
You're going to welcome them gracefully? You're going to say welcome to the terrestrial planet that you're on?
No, did you not get to the end of that movie? Okay, so you go and you put if everything's controlled by this mind, this master brain, we could make the master brain sick somehow, and then it would make everything sick. It's K.A.I.'s plan. It's a good plan.
It's completely
It's the only kind he
but
has.
I've seen into their network, and it's strange and it's alien, but it's magic.
If you wanted to try and beat mind flayers at their own game, you would need to know a lot more about mind flayers than any being I know. In fact, there's only one being I know that knows enough about mind flayers to even consider being able to, break in to their mind, the vault of their mind. How did you know? She says, holding up the like she breaks the mug and like is like sharp, and she like holds it up and like looks suspicious.
Whoa,
like, how did you know that?
Whoa,
how did you know? Who told you that?
Because
Everybody,
it's always
chill out.
It's always Florio.
No, she says.
Or was it the other cistern, Calidus?
What? She says that's no. You're confusing two different characters.
No, I was just trying to.
He was trying something.
Do you know him?
Who? Calidus or the other cistern? Those are two different questions.
Who's the other cistern?
Roll an insight check.
Ooh, 21.
Ooh, okay.
I rolled a 19 plus 2.
She does not have a 5 on a charisma score. So you can tell she kind of like winces and looks away, and she's like, he's dead. The other cistern is dead. It's not. And she kind of like goes a little like distraction zone here by being like, it's not Calidus. Calidus has, first of all, Calidus has been alive much longer than any cistern has been alive. He's a goddamn elf and a goddamn undead elf. So
And a dick.
and a dick. She says exactly.
A Baelnorn and a bad father.
Bail.
She says, yeah. And
Baelnorn
Baelnorns are
is-
supposed to have all of these oaths and things, and he's just a little. He
No,
got
he's
two.
terrible.
Yes, he got two. He would. You know how things from the Feywild are supposed to love chaos and such, or maybe he went too far around. He went all the way back into order. It is horrifying, she says.
Gross.
So he's not the other cistern.
No, he's there's no one would confuse Cartavian with Calidus.
Oh boy, the subreddit isn't gonna like that.
Have we heard that name before?
I am pretty sure you have, but
Carlitus?
Cartavian.
Octavian.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I
And
was
I
way
will.
off.
I will remind you. I just realized you are listed as Flute, which is hilarious, Rachel. I fixed it, but
But have you seen us?
you did see this statue when you were inside of the corridors that had a depiction of Moon Girl, a depiction of Oliphanticulus, and then I don't remember exactly what you got out of seeing the other two, but the statue of Cartavian. Oh no, what do you remember? Yeah.
It wasn't much. Or there was like a dwarf, wasn't there? Like a Hephaestus type.
Yeah. So, and you now that you've met Oliphanticulus too, you know that it was a depiction of Oliphanticulus for sure.
That was Oliphanticulus.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't put those two together.
Okay. Cool.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I just thought maybe because you guys are all being all mysterious all the time.
Well, she says, "Look at me. I'm just a little bit drunk now, and we have this time together. What am I being mysterious about? What would you like to know? I'll tell. I'm an open book. I'm here to help you."
Who is Cartavian?
She takes a big sigh and she says, "None of your goddamn business."
You just said, but you just said.
You're right. You're right. She says, "Roll a persuasion check, Moonboy."
Oh. Moonboy takes a big drink.
Can I assist him by saying,
tea.
Moon Girl? All surprised at her.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Moon.
Okay, that will negate me having to waste a spell slot. Come on, baby. I'm not supposed to be rolling digidice. That's why that one didn't work. Okay, come on. Wow. 4.
She looks at you and she goes, "That is a personal matter.
Okay.
And I'm not holding
All right.
information back. I'm just
I
still
understand.
sad about it."
You're not ready. You're not ready.
I mean, it can be both.
Do you
I'm
think...
sorry about your friend.
Me too.
Me 3.
I'm more curious than sad, I'll be honest.
It's just her way.
She says
She
it's
doesn't
both
have
endearing and
feelings.
it's frustrating.
Like the rest of us.
I have a question. What happened to the moon?
There are many moons.
You know the one. Lunas Terra. We came here hoping, determined possibly to accept some answers and find some, and we found this, and I'll produce the lunar shard. It's partially fixed, but not completely.
When she sees that, you don't need to roll for it. Her eyes are wide at it, and she says, "Oh boy." And she looks
Moonboy kind of says, without really looking up, almost to the distance, he says, "Speak the name of the light you have looked into all your life."
Oh man, she whips around at you and she says, "Where did you hear that?"
It's on the shard.
And she gets a little choked up, and she says, "That's not. It's. I'm here to give you. I'm here to give you answers to your questions to help you save the world. That's the." She says, "We don't need to do that this time."
We couldn't save our world, Moon Girl, but we can still learn from it.
What makes you think we couldn't do it last time? We tried to go up against the Dark Star. We lost. We didn't win. We had to make a decision between just bringing everyone toward it and trying to fight it and lose, or we had to spin everything away. And you were the one who told me to spin. You were the one who told me it was the right idea.
No,
And
that was someone
she's
else.
losing it. Yeah.
It's shh, he's gone. But he's still in here. He's a lesson that I learned. Do you understand?
I know exactly what you mean.
We have to learn from this if we want a second chance. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I just made that up. That's me.
That's amazing.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
surprised at myself. Thank you.
Incredible.
You have to tell us what happened. It could help. I have to know.
She looks at you and she says, you told me that you would find it all in forgetting. And that's why I waited. And now I want you to roll a very, very important persuasion check.
Oh boy. Okay,
You can
this
do so
time
with advantage. Yeah.
Moonboy is going. Oh, okay. All right. I'm also going to say a little prayer and shine some guidance on myself, given that it is so important. Come on, my special dice. I'm not going to roll again because that's my second natural 20 of the night.
Wow.
Guys, tell the story,
Well
everybody.
done. Who needs advantage?
Who needs it? Throw some moons
So that is-
in the chat.
That is a nat 20 with nothing to add to it because this is the first time the Moonboy has ever been persuasive.
Yeah, and so you kind of like you're, Happy Mother's Day, everybody. It's truly the mother's you have this like maternal ness back to her in a way that only really moms can, of being able to be like both incredibly stern and making you feel at ease at the same time, to be able to be like yeah, tell me, and she kind of like slumps down, and this is like the first time she like looks like a little kid, even though she's this withered raisin of a person. She kind of like slumps down and like conjures up this, like she has, you know, her one of her hands and the moon like rotating her head, and she like conjures up this little flower, and it's just like looking at it, and she's like, the situation was similar as it is here. You know, in Lunastera, the world, you know, the sphere of moons, with our tiny star, no planets, just moons. You know, yes, it doesn't make any sense, Rachel. But it's
my brain just went, oops, all moons.
Yeah, oops, all moons.
That's the cereal. That's the Moonboy cereal that I'm going to have to draw because it needs to happen.
And she's like, we had the choice. We sent the best. We sent the best to it. I brought Olophanticulus to it. I brought Cartavian to it. I brought even Florial. Even Florial came, and we barely got out of trying to push the Dark Star out of the way, trying to change its course, trying to change the tract of its orbit. But we could not. And it was set to gobble everything up, to suck it in, to absorb it. And instead of that, we made the decision to disperse all of Lunastera throughout time and throughout space, to scatter the seeds, and in the hopes that we would at least be able to survive, and that we would save the world by destroying it. And look at you. I mean, you are proof. I am proof. We are proof that we did, that the story of Lunastera is still there, is still out there. And I would do it again. I would spin the world away again. You talked me into it. You said to me that a world is not where you live, but it's how you live. And I found that to be true. But it is difficult to lose a home. You cannot trade a home for a home. And she kind of like gets choked up and is like, but you were the one who said to us that, there are many ways to save a world. And so I don't know. I don't even know why it's crazy to me to be trying to be talking you into, doing this a different way. But you were not that person. You gave up your thoughts. You scattered them around as well. You are all about this world. And she says, anyway.
Why did I do that? Why can't I remember?
Because she kind of like takes a deep breath and like looks off, and she says, because you didn't want to. I think that you wanted a fresh start, and you had many, you were younger than me. You were a legend, for how far along you were, for how much you knew and how much your wisdom at such a young age. And but I think that there was a piece of you that would never be the same once you lost your home. And she says, and all of us understood. Every person involved understood why you would choose to spin yourself away as well. There were others that chose to fragment themselves in order to both be able to continue to live and also not have to carry the past with them. And
Moonboy kind of looks down at his hands and opens and closes them. And he says, Was I Was I a dick?
She says, no.
And he starts crying. And he reaches out for the shard, and he passes it to her, and he goes, "What is it? What is this? What does it do? Can it help?"
It depends on what you mean by help. She says, looking up and being like, I know. Let me explain.
You're doing it again.
I know.
Is this what you use to spin the world away?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Good one, Kai.
Ventress and Calidus tried to do the same.
Were they... So Ventress and Calidus were trying to save the world?
They think they absolutely think that they were, yes.
Didn't work, though. It doesn't work. It just causes ruin.
I was the one who told Ventress about spinning worlds away. I was the one who told him about moon shards, the ability to deactivate a moon to take it out of the orbit so that worlds spin off track, to remove an element of an essential gravity that is not. It's not about physics, but it's about the trajectory of fate, the importance of a moon, something that is keeping the water in place, the maintenance, the sidekick of a planet that, a planet cannot exist without its moons. It would be a totally different planet, she says. And but she's like, yes, if you can convince the moons to go searching for something else, then you can convince a whole world to go searching for something else. And she says these are keys to be able to do that.
There are more of them then.
Yes.
Are they here? Are they in this sphere with us?
I would imagine so. She says, I know that Aldous has collected at least 7.
How many are there?
As many moons as there are. There are.
Do I know how many moons there were on Lunastera?
Oh, on Lunastera?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Or is she just talking about moons on this?
She's talking about moons in this crystal sphere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every moon would potentially have one of these.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a great pen click, by the way, earlier, Rachel, when Harlan was like, there, Aldous has 7 of them. Click.
If one were to...
So why they call her Click?
What if we were able to find all of them?
Boys now.
Morse code. What if we were able to find all of them? Presumably that's what Aldous is trying to do. What then? That's what the 4th ring is trying to do?
The 4th ring is specifically trying to avoid that.
Trying to avoid it?
Yeah, they're trying to get all these planets swallowed by the Dark Star. So spinning them away would take them out of the path of the Dark Star.
The 4th ring, she says, Aldous has been collecting these with the 4th ring because they want to keep them away from the Meridian Tract. They want to keep them from spinning the world away because the 4th ring believes that the world can be saved. And Ventress was the only thing holding the Meridian Tract back from, spinning the world away immediately.
I see. I misunderstood.
It's a complicated thing, she says.
What if we were to get them all? Could we use them this power to unlock planets from their gravitational orbits? Could we use that power on the Dark Star?
Yes,
could we use it to spin the Dark Star away?
Spin the Dark Star away.
Spinning away a missile, it's just going to hit something else.
Not necessarily. I mean, the spinning away is not, if I understand it correctly, it's not the same as a physical redirect. The anchors the gravity as we think of it is a gravity in reality. We spin it away from existence.
Is that right?
She's like, well, I mean, it's really conflating a lot of physics and magic, so...
Exactly. If you think about gravity as it exists in our world, it holds objects in place. The same principles exist in the materials that hold the planes together. And if you de-anchor it, that which holds something in reality...
Laloon smiles real big and she goes, that guy is a question for Olophanticulus. He is the one who knows about the fabric of things.
He does.
This feels like the tip of an iceberg of a plan. Do you, Moon Girl, think that this is a terrible idea?
She looks at you and she says, I don't know.
What do we have to lose?
Me and
Shazbot.
my friends made the decision to intentionally disperse our power because we did not want influence and we did not want to be the ones to make these decisions. And if you and your friends feel like you have a decision you couldn't make together, she says, then the kids have saved us. She says, kind of like,
someone has to make it.
Yeah.
But there's no way of knowing what we don't even know what the Dark Star is. Only that it is destruction incarnate. We don't know if this would work.
But it confirms our fears. If you spun Lunas Terra away out of fear of the Dark Star, and yet here it is again.
We can't keep spinning our worlds away when
it will continue to happen
when the Undying Queen comes. It's not a long-term solution. It only buys us time.
Perhaps with enough of these shards, maybe all of them, maybe just as many as it takes.
Do we have to match the shard to the moon, or is just a shard? Does it have to be would we have to find a shard of the Dark Star, or just a bunch of
I don't know.
shards?
Loon says, I don't know either. We truly have hit the limit of our story and my friend's story. That we were not able to solve these problems, and we have only kept ourselves safe and out of the way of the politics of the world in hopes that if this issue ever arose again, that we could at least be helpful to folks who might be able to solve it.
I think Olophanticulus may have knowledge.
Or all
that would help, and this could be what he was trying to forget.
All of this, yes. I think if we could know more about the Dark Star itself, and we could make, well, not we, but K.A.I could make calculations. Numbers frighten and enrage me. But if we could figure out what it is, perhaps we could figure out what we can do to it. You mentioned that you were studying this entity, this phenomenon. Where can we go to study it?
She says, we found Gith that were willing to speak with us. We found worlds that have been destroyed, and we infiltrated the Undying Queen city itself and lived inside of it for a bit.
The Undying Queen knows of this Dark Star.
She is calling the Dark Star.
Calling it.
That bitch.
Yeah. How is she calling it?
If I knew, Laloon said, I would sing that song happily and pull it to the farthest end of the world I could find.
Yeah.
If we were to stop her, would it stop the Dark Star on its trajectory?
Laloon, looks kind of defeated, and she's like, I wish I knew the answer to that. I mean...
I wish I could Ask the moon.
At least she would not be calling it anymore, but it doesn't mean it wouldn't continue on its trajectory.
What if there was a way that you could ask the moon? How do we make that happen? The moon would know more about the Dark Star than anyone else, perhaps.
We would have to fix my hat, and we would have to figure out the way to word the question. The moon answers in vagaries, in terms of fortune and misfortune. We can ask the path, but not how to find the path.
Yes,
your
but
moon
the
is
moon
a
has
reflection.
seen... The moon is... But that reflection has then seen a reflection of the Dark Star, right?
Yes, I suppose so. Firsthand. And the Moonboy pulls out this little token. What was it that we attached the hat to? It was like a little metallic doodad?
Yeah, you have a small carved stone that you can call it with.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, if we could find something just really bitchin' to whip this at and unleash a torrent of crazy moon animals. Now that is an idea.
There's an Autoloid around. Just hit him with a hose of critters.
I mean,
We would have to sleep first and use Laloon as an ejector button, but it's not a terrible idea.
Or what about at the Rider?
also a good idea. Oh, right.
Flute is Flute, she says.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Right,
buckle
so
up.
Flute...
With that, let's cut to break right there.
And then during break, we explain what the hell our idiot friend.
We explain the whole thing to Lillian.
Yeah. So it says as it cuts to black.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We're gonna cut to break real quick. We're gonna take a 5-minute break where we drink, pee, and we'll see you in just 5 minutes here. So we'll see you in just a second.
Oof.
Bye.
What a nap.
Holy shit.
And you write these 3 incredible fantasy works, right? You write Lord of the Rings. You write The
You create
Hobbit.
an entire
Then
genre.
you die, and your son prints all your weird notes.
All your weird
You're like,
slash fic.
No.
Right, you're fucking erotic. These are my father's erotic nighttime notes.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody just printed all of your like stand-up journals. You're like,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
not
No,
for
that was
you.
never meant to
Yeah.
be seen.
that's not what that is.
And these are
anyone
my
ever-
father's drawings.
If anyone ever like pores through my Better Than Heroes notes, there was a whole dragon plot line for a while, and that's just gone. You don't need to do it. Yeah.
Because we've made a business of running away from dragons.
Yeah.
There's still one out there.
Yes, he casted mostly fleshy notes. Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Nerds
flesh.
of the flesh.
And this flesh.
Fleshy, fleshy, fleshy.
Printed on flesh. Sent to the flesh realm.
I just want
boy.
the sewage dimension to really get some traction.
Oh, hell yeah.
that's
I
the thing.
tell everybody about that. When, there was, some kind of thread the other day where it was like, what's one cool thing from your homebrew D&D game? What's one unique thing? And I was like, it is canon within our world that every toilet contains a portal to a poop dimension ruled by an angry black dragon.
Green. It's a green dragon, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a black dragon this
It's a
whole
black
time.
dragon.
Oh, it is?
It's a poison
I've
lad,
been there,
right?
and it was a black dragon.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. I mean, I know that her name is Canossustain, and She's the queen of the waste, but I thought she was green, but Andrew did create her originally.
Sludus is green.
Yeah.
I think
you're right.
I think it's a black dragon.
That makes
This
sense.
means that your story has truly taken life because there's corners of it that you don't know.
Even I don't know. Yeah.
You've been discredited.
Cool. So you all tell the Moon Girl Flute the story of Flute.
Hypothetically, sorry.
No, please.
Could we take a toilet to anywhere?
Just the poop dimension.
It's a one-way.
They're just one-dimensional portals, toilets.
All roads
Jordan.
lead to poop
We
hell.
couldn't do like a Harry Potter flu system through toilets.
Jordan and I are working on a thing. It's funny. It's funny that we're talking about this.
Yes, yeah.
There is a. You all do have a party member
What if
who
a toilet
can
could
break
take
a
you
portal
anywhere?
to take it to the in between. So
Yeah, but I mean, is the toilet dimension also the in between?
I'll tell you this: there
very
is
funny.
a door in the corridors.
So close.
There is a
So
door
silly.
in the corridors that goes to the
Jordan.
poop dimension. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah. So
Okay,
my
so
God.
we
I
tell,
can't wait for like the boss fight to be like you all are totally fucked and you're about to TPK and you just like go to the
just
poop
escape
dimension to like
into a
save
go into
toilet.
the,
yourself. Yeah.
into the shit dimension.
Is there a toilet here, Harlan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of Andrew's like instead of it, does the ship have an anchor on it? It's does the ship have a toilet on it?
I guess I never thought of that. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket.
Yeah, your back pocket. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yes. Butthole. Okay.
Sorry, I have to recover from calling the butt a pocket.
It's nature's
So-
pocket.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's that like little coin pocket in jeans, you know, the
Sure.
little one. That's the butthole. That's the butthole of the jeans.
The butthole of the jeans. And there's your episode title.
Scully, we're talking about you.
So you all tell the Moon Girl the story of Flute leaving, and I need to have her roll an important history check. And she got
To see if she remembers who Flute is.
Yeah. Oh, he was the guy in the cowboy hat, right?
she got under a 10, so she's
Oh
like,
boy.
seems fine. He's always going off, right? I mean,
Yes,
we need
but
to
I
go
mean,
save him.
we absolutely need to save him. It's imperative. In fact,
Do you know that he's in danger? Do you want me to scry on him?
he's in great danger. Yeah.
Yes.
Would you do a scry
Could you?
real quick?
I mean, how do you know he's in great danger? Don't you have allies on at the Cove of the Bones?
Wait, not anyone who can get in touch easily.
Also, aren't they all flayed?
But I don't think we
think
know
we
that.
know
You all
yet.
don't know that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, what did you say, Klik?
But yes, scry on them. I'd love to know what's going on with him.
She says, I mean, I can just teleport us out of here at any time. I will.
Oh, wait, I thought you couldn't.
I know, I also thought I couldn't, but then I remembered I could upcast my spell slots.
Sick.
Yes. I just kind of wanted some time alone with you all. I didn't mean for it to be a deception. I more so have just kind of got distracted in the whole thing.
It was a good
Oh,
time.
look. It happens
We
to the
learned a
best of
lot.
us.
I care a lot about all of you.
Do you have any idea how to bring down a nautiloid without fighting it? Is that something you've ever had to do?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories about people who could just tell a dimension door to the helm directly and then take over it. I think Flute did it once, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think we have to go get Flute. But
I agree. I was just seeing if
this
there was like
idea-
a quick and dirty one.
I can think of one.
I'm pretty sure dimension dooring straight to the helm and killing the mind flayer who's piloting is a quick and dirty way, I will
Moonboy-
say.
We've done that. We've done
Yes,
that.
I know. Yeah.
Once again holds up this etched stone that would summon his hat. And he's like, I mean, if there was a way for us to teleport this thing inside of the ship and I just activate it, It would pop like a water balloon filled with squirrels.
I mean, seems doable.
Visual on that. I can't teleport, so this is up to you, magic kids.
I almost want to do it just for the gram, you know?
For the gram of what?
Never mind.
There's not many things that are worth your... Yeah. She says, well, never mind.
There's probably not time to do that now, and we might find a better use for it in the helping of the flute. I think you better...
There's a lot of ways this could go wrong.
Take us to the cove, right?
Yes.
Well, let's go get Flute, I guess.
Should we see where he is first?
Yes, could you take a peek at him, and then maybe we'll go there?
She goes, sweetie, and the moon floats down in front of her. And
hi, the moon.
Hello, little one.
She says, he's changed his name to Bartholomew. It's not related to the bat. Don't bring it up. He's very sore about it. But he's decided to change his name to Bartholomew now. He's been going by it for a while.
Oh,
so just to give you all a heads up.
Does it have to be the whole thing, or can we call him Bart?
He actually prefers Batty if you're going to shorten it.
What about Bartolomeo?
What about Bart Simpson?
Oh, I like that.
No, he
It's got a nice
ring.
ring to it.
Yes. Tell me, has he ever had a cow? Man.
She says, stop, Moonboy.
Only jumping over him.
She bonks you on the side of the head. Yeah.
Sorry.
And she goes, please, Batty. And the moon floats down. And you all have seen this moon like go into gigantic sizes into like a large elemental creature. But it floats down now, and it turns into this like misty, silvery substance. And in that, you see Laloon connecting to it as she speaks into it in like this Lunastaran language, and is whispering like kind things into it and talking about the future. Like it sounds like almost like a graduation speech into it. There's kind of like these like well wishes for the future. And as she's moving her hands around, and the moon opens up, and you can see Flute running out of a bakery and climbing up the stairs to a building, and kind of like looking around, and with Auxtrillion, this fiery elf, and like clearly like looking for a way out. And you kind of like
trouble.
You like can only see a few feet around him, and on the ground next to him, you see this like broken open eclair with a mind flayer tadpole coming out of it.
No.
And you see him just like running away from something, as you can't see like anything like too far past him. He just like looks panicked and is like running away.
Save your brain!
Look at that.
It's
that's
full of dope licks.
Man,
an illithid larva inside a... Sorry, what?
So there's flares at the cove? It was clean and hidden last time we were there.
Yes.
Those bastards.
She says, I mean, they are very good at sending in people who seem fine but are infected.
Well, let's go get him before he loses his marbles.
Is there a way to... If the people there are infected with mind flare parasites, is there a way to help them, or are they...
I mean, she says, well, I mean, it depends. From what I know about Ceramorphosis, that tends to happen fairly quickly. If they're living beings that have been sustained for a while, kind of like covertly, almost like zombified, then it's probably more likely that they have intellect devourers inside of them rather than mind flare tadpoles, because mind flare tadpoles take over fairly quickly. So maybe they were just holding this to, get the good one.
Well, I mean, maybe we could take their bad brains out and kill those, and then I could regrow them some new brains.
Sounds like a long process.
Sounds like a job for your stinky weed smoking friend.
That's right. Hey, he doesn't just smoke it, he grows it.
It's true. And eats it.
and eats it.
And shares it, she says,
pretty much drinks it and sleeps it and lives
leaves it on the coffee table.
I'll tell you what.
Every time. Not that
Let me tell you, Auricula has chilled out lately.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. That's good.
It is good for everyone.
Well, this
like
is
we don't have much time to lose.
bad news all around.
You've got to get us to the Cove of the Bones. And he kind of leans into the portal once more and he's like, don't worry, Windrider. We're coming for your marbles.
Moonboy, he can't hear
We
you.
won't let them take your marbles.
Okay, she says, shall I...
I put my hand on Leloon's shoulder when she's telling Moonboy that no one can hear him, and I'm like, it's good for him to express himself.
She looks at you, she's like, I can teleport us again.
Do it. Do it now, quickly.
Wait. So, we want to kill the rider. That's the plan here.
I think
Is it?
so.
I haven't heard anything about this.
Flute's giving us the signal. So Flute is in a terrible pact with the devil because he's impulsive.
I mean, he also died.
And he died.
Yes.
That has an effect on people. It's not just his impulsivity. That was insensitive of me.
Us
Anyway,
mortals, Kai, are very sensitive to that. Yeah.
It's true. I'd go Warlock like that if I died.
That's
I get
terrifying.
it. I hear that.
I feel like
but,
I'd just stay dead, honestly.
We met this. Do you know a guy named Oxtrillion?
No.
Did he ever burn down any houses or anything of your... Anyway, we met this chaotic fire entity from the Feywild that the Meridian Tract had imprisoned. And the rider wants him. So we figure this is an opportunity to get him in the Hellmouth that they have down there in the Cove of the Bones, where the veils are thin or whatever.
I mean, if I know anything, it's
kill him.
if I know anything, it's that Ladrin are very acutely powerful in what they do.
Yes.
And devils are never to be trusted with kind offers.
Right.
Right. We know this is a trick, but we also think it might be a crack in the rider's armor. And if we can use him thinking that he has one up on us to get one up on him, we might be able to just free our friend and perhaps save Oxtrillion, I suppose. He seems like a good sort, bit of a pyromaniac Kramer vibe on him, but
Good. You nailed it there, really.
Nice enough.
Yeah. So we have a sort of window of surprise, perhaps.
Moonboy, do you remember Tiddly Moons? The cutthroat gambling game from Lunastera? Real rags to riches game. Oh, of course. I'm sorry. That is insensitive. I apologize. So anyway, there's this game called Tiddly Moons. A terribly competitive, real rags to riches gambling game.
It sounds brutal.
And she says, a thing that's often said in that game is, if you think you're the winner, that means you're about to lose.
And the rider thinks he's won.
She says, well, yes.
Let's go tiddly his fucking moon.
I mean, he may still be expecting us to try something, but he's...
And then we'll zag on him.
He's quite prideful. He is smart, but he might think that he's already...
His powers won't
us.
be bolstered by the presence of the Hellmouth, will they?
Maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
It's like, I know very little about hell. I try to not think about it.
Or he may be able to, easily call reinforcements, perhaps.
Well, we'll have to be fast. We're charging into the Cove of the Bones, knowing that it is likely overrun with mind flayers, and we're hoping to just kill a devil.
How far is the Hellmouth itself, the statue of the lion and the lamb, from the cove itself?
It's about a mile outside of town.
It's about a mile outside of town.
We have another problem. The spells that I would use to bind the rider, I don't have them right now. I would need a rest. I have to rest to meditate on them.
Yeah, did you all just get out of a big fight?
How it works.
We're always sad, just fresh out of a big fight, honestly.
Typically.
Yeah, it'd be easier to catch us, etc.
Well, let's all just take a rest here, but...
I mean, do we have time? They're currently fleeing to the...
Yeah.
We have to. We can't go in this short-handed.
But, I mean, what if we miss our opportunity?
I mean, you're obviously right.
We hope to bind him?
The essence. I have the power to bind and command creatures like him. I can put him in a position that will make him vulnerable, will make him weak to us. It would put us in charge. But I can't do it with my current loadout. Is there any way, is there like a potion or a time box or something I could take a long rest in, but it would only take a few seconds? But K.A.I, you have that dart that lets people sleep super hard, right? Maybe you could just shoot me full of like 15 of those.
I don't think that would work.
Rats.
I do not understand sleep. I cannot. Every single time we talk about it, it's different, and I don't understand.
It seems like you're getting further away from it. I'm sorry for that. K.A.I's obviously right. We have to go. We have to go and hope that we find the opportunity.
Loon's like, I'll be with you, and I've only used 3 important spells of mine.
Can you do things like that? Could you bind a...
Do you have planar binding
a devil?
racked up?
No, I tend to not try and wrangle things from other planes.
Right.
I'm more of a divination.
If we can get him incapacitated, we could put the shackles on him.
Yeah, I mean, I do have...
Now that's an idea.
Yeah, and I do have my own dimension, that we can always chuck things inside of if I need to conjure up my door to my own dimension.
That would work. That would work.
How does time work in your dimension?
It's risky. If you're asking if we can pause time and go to my pocket dimension, it's a little difficult, but
it could be done.
It's a gamble, I will say. If we're talking about in relationship to the current time, like if you're hoping to pause time and go into my pocket dimension and come back here, it is a risk. We could jump way forward as well.
We don't want that.
Unspeakable.
Catastrophic.
Yes, it's why I tend to not use it for much more than storage and walking in and out of.
Right. Got a PlayStation in there?
You fucking bet I do. I have a lot of different toys that I set up in a little station, and I play with them when I need to just chill out.
A workstation, which I prefer.
No, there's no doing work in my dimension. It's only chillaxing.
Discontinued the workstation after the workstation 2.
I'm not in my mid-20s,
workstation.
all right? I'm not trying to work my way into my own, self-understanding.
Well,
Shots fired.
okay. I'm an entity beyond even my own understanding, and I like doing work.
Well, it doesn't matter how hard you grind, you're never going to be Olophanticulus. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That came out way too mean.
Wow.
No, it's actually, it's, unfortunately, it's sort of less of a read than you think it is.
We need to get you a drink, Laloon.
You're right.
One fewer one.
She pulls out, pulls something out of her cloak, and she's like, you're right.
Is that a 4 Loco? Where did you get that?
I told you time can get weird in the box. This guy has caffeine in it too.
All kinds of discontinued beverages.
Yeah.
The fridge of
surge.
discontinued beverages.
That's a legendary item. My God. Zima. Surge.
What if Zima fell into the wrong
Crystal
hands?
Pepsi.
Yeah.
But she's like, I mean,
Ovaltine.
what's the move? I mean, we could just
we have to go. We have to
send
go right
thoughts and
now.
prayers for Flute and just catch up with him
No.
later. Okay.
We have to go.
No, he's too dumb for that. We have to
Thoughts and prayers are the name of my fists. Let's go.
She says, well, does anyone have anything from the Cove of Bones? I can, it wasn't just the more we have something that is tethered to the space, the better my teleportation.
Your Githka Klik is
Was in the
imbued with
Cove
an
of
item.
Bones?
No, but it is. We did some stuff to it when we put that other end on it. The fiery,
Fiery bit.
smaller side. Yeah, we
Okay.
infused it with a magical item that was from the Cove of Bones. I don't know if that would help. Let's look at the inventory.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
the feather
Roll20
long
is
before the
so-
Cove of Bones.
So
Greg-
broken today.
Gregory
Did we
Punch.
get tools from the penguin ladies?
Right,
I thought we
that's where
bought
we
some
got-
sort of magical
they
item.
they were
from-
all
Yeah,
they
that's
all
where
had
we
something
got
to
the
sell
thing.
you. So.
Yeah.
Gregory Punch gave me a very old, very desiccated hell pickle, but I ate it.
I would say if you got an item and it was turned into the Githka, I think it specifically loses the origin element to
Yeah.
it.
Sure, fair enough.
That's a bit of a throw out from me, not to slow you down, but because of just like some sort of arcane feeling that I have. Yeah.
We spent some time with a friend in the Cove of Bones. His name was Cheza. And
You mean my friend who I introduced you to? Yeah.
okay,
Well,
go ahead and gatekeep that if you feel.
Yes,
the
I
need
do.
to,
I do.
but,
I love him. I love that boy.
We are not telling. Anyways, we got his guild card here.
do we?
I do.
Ooh, I thought Talon had that.
Amazing. That counts, right?
I don't know.
I found
It doesn't
notes that
count,
say
does it?
handbell,
not.
rat bones, colorful rocks, and then baby town, and that's circled.
Baby
Is that
town.
helpful?
I just don't know.
I won't go back to Baby Town. I won't do it.
I would say the only reason Chuz's item doesn't count is because he specifically was a plane walker who is
not from there.
Yeah.
Right. All right. All right.
Hang on.
So listen,
Man, why did,
Given
I gave you?
anything
I
by
remember
Gregory
giving you
Punch.
rat teeth, and I don't know why. But
It doesn't look like we have
Yeah,
anything
rat
from
bones,
there.
colorful rocks, handbell
I don't know
is
what.
written
know what the
down
handbell's
next to all the stuff with Gregory Punch. I don't remember exactly what those were for, though.
Let's do the inventory dig, because it
in there.
deeply
I'm looking.
changes the teleportation roll if you all have an item from the Cove of the Bones.
I can barely remember things from last episode, right, Flute? Oh, right.
I just like there are things in the inventory that I mean, we bought stuff from Whipper's daughter, who was the Artificer.
I will say
one of those things was the item that we infused into Klik's Githka, but I think we bought some potions, but I'm not 100% sure.
I do know what was sold at the Cove of the Bones. So if you all have something, I have if you have something, I don't know what you all bought, but I have the shopping list from the Cove of the Bones. So if there's something that like you all have that you feel like might be from it, we can.
I have some boots of elven kind. We have the dimensional shackles.
I have a ring of protection. Did we get that from the Cove of the Bones?
No.
2 elemental gems. Scroll of Speak with Dead. Potions of greater healing. Potions of superior healing. The Brooch of Death Warding.
I have 4 moonshell flowers.
Plate armor +1.
The potions of healing might be from there.
That's my question, is about the potions. We also have a potion of psychic resistance.
I know that one's not from there.
That was this is too late.
We have diamonds that could be... I don't think the diamonds are from there.
I'll tell you what. Does anyone else have anything else?
Elemental gems
is the closest to something
the gems aren't.
that I have written down.
We have a potion of fire breathing. +1 javelin. An intricate elven medallion. That's from like episode 1 where I was writing down everything.
You stopped writing down. You got so much stuff.
Hang on. We got a bag of holding there.
No, the bag of holding is from... Oh, that's right, because it's from the eye, right?
Yeah.
I thought the bag of holding was from Whoosh. But maybe I'm wrong.
I could be misremembering, and I don't want to do that. It's been a long
actually,
time.
you know what? It's not, because I have on my list of things that they were going to sell you as a hold of holding for a ship, but there is not a bag of holding. So I think the bag of holding. I think the bag of holding came from Whoosh. But I'll tell you what. We're close to the end here. So what I think if you all don't feel like you have anything, we can roll it. I would love for someone to roll
potion of fire breathing.
I don't have that written down, but if I would love for you all to roll the D100 for Laloon's teleportation, and I'll go back and I'll watch the section where you all buy stuff from them. Yeah.
I have one other thing.
Go for it.
That was from near the Cove of the Bones. I have a jar of Mind Flare tadpoles.
I would call that from the ship, though, right?
God damn it, Harlan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right. I'm not wrong. Yeah,
you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have you roll the dice. Let's have you roll the D100, and I'll go watch the part where the section where you all go through the shopping, and if any of the stuff touches it, I'll change the table that you're rolling on, and then you all can find out next session where you all are, as you all can kind of like gather up in this space and teleport away together.
All right, here it comes.
I do have some very weird lists, but none of them are of stuff we bought.
I've given you all a lot of weird stuff throughout this campaign. Yeah.
So I'm so bad at reading D100s.
The two numbers are the first digit, and the second number.
The two numbers are the first digit.
Yep.
Oh, okay. In that case, I thought it was a 39, but it's a 93.
93. Okay, cool. Wow. You know what?
That feels good.
We have rolled very high on
that's
these
high.
100s.
It doesn't. The result is the same here. So let's do this scene that you hand Laloon a potion, and she's like,
I hand her like a bunch of stuff. I give her this like handful of stuff. I'm like, I don't really remember where. I'm gonna have to start labeling things.
This conversation
starts handing her bones.
I am. I'm handing
She's
her
got
bones.
I hand her. This might have been.
I hand her 3 potions of greater healing and a scroll of speak with dead, and I pile some boots of elven kind on there, and I start pulling out magic plate armor out of the.
What about that?
Like crystals and
the magical coat rack. We've had that way too long.
Yeah, no, that's from the Dinger.
Yeah, Laloon, you all pile all the stuff up, and Laloon goes, here, let me try this. Everyone gather in. You need to be close to me. And she just, lays down on the pile of stuff. And she's like, all right.
Make a stuff angel.
Everybody make sure you're touching me, and I'm just going to cast this and see what happens. I missed last time, but who knows? Ready? 1, 2, 3, to the moon! And you all just whoom. And,
Wait, not to the moon?
No, she says, I know, that's just an expression. And she says, as you all get teleported away. And, you all land, almost on top of Flute.
Yes!
As Flute is being slowly surrounded by these these mind flayer or these clearly possessed beings are moving toward him, you all just land thump, 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 around him. And all this junk piles down on him as well.
Bunch of trash.
And we will pick this up next time.
Wow. What an app, y'all.
Very good.
So much stuff.
So much stuff.
What an episode.
It was actually a pretty quick episode, but it felt big.
Those are the
big.
best ones when they go fast because we're gobbling it up. It's a page turner.
Get Andrew out here. Look how much progress we make.
But we spent the whole time trying to get him back.
Trying
Just
to
gotta
help.
sit around the campfire and talk to the NPCs. That's all I'm saying.
That was fun. It was fun to talk to the Moon Girl. I had other questions for her.
Cool.
This is a very important note. It's a tangle bangle jangle. I have no idea what that is. But it's on the page of the Cove of the Bones. Is that helpful? I'm taking all these notes, and they are indecipherable after.
Well, we got there anyway.
I mean,
I think it was the Tangle Bangle Jangle that got us there.
Yeah, I think that was it.
I think it's the 93. But yeah. Man, yeah, it's that's my rule as a DM is it's the player's job to keep their notes. I've got my notes, you have yours.
Nope.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, cool. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
If this episode was as important to you as it was to us, then you've been hanging out. So thanks for hanging out.
We love you.
You're the best. Thanks for joining us live. As always, you can catch these episodes you can watch them back later. You could refresh your knowledge of what we purchased on the Cove of the Bones on our YouTube channel or on the podcast. Both of those are great places to find us or to tell people about if you have friends that are into D&D and perhaps piss.
Don't tell those friends. We need to shake this piss thing.
Yeah.
We'll take
You know what I mean.
Just a reminder, we have a thing called Later Than Heroes where we talk about the episodes after the episodes, that if you are a Patreon member at the tier that you need to be, then you can hear us dissect these episodes together a little bit. So yeah, come if you want to support us there. That's the bonus, the little behind the scenes that you get. So
I remember something that we got at the Cove of the Bones, and we don't have it anymore. But it's the bead of horse.
Oh,
I think we bought that from one of the penguins.
And I think that because it was right. Because I have bead of force written down, but that came out of me saying it wrong.
Yeah. I think we got the bead of horse there.
God, I can't. I'm gonna like stream that episode or something this week because it feels so fun to go back and watch it after this too. So
see, I do.
Yeah.
Tell us in our Discord if you have things that if you have memories of our show where you're like, that would be a good clip. I would watch that as content that the AI gods demand to devour.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Hit us with your favorite moments in the spoiler channel of our Discord.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next week.
We kiss you.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Better than heroes.